What's up, peoples? It's just I know that life can really, like, situations can really get you down. And there's a song that the Lord blessed me to hear. It's Donald Lawrence and Faith Evans, I think. And she's like, "Say a prayer for me. You know what I need. Go before the Father and say a prayer for me. The enemy desires to sift me as wheat, and like you did for Peter, say a prayer for me." That song really touches my spirit. It touches me because, boy, can I tell you? And today, just like little testimony. Today I'm thinking in my own will, like, you know what? I want to go for a run. I haven't gone for a run in years, so I went for like a run, like slash walk, and I went the long way around. So I'm walking, and I'm walking past the church with the food pantry. I'm like, I was running a little low on food, not gonna hold you, and I had been meaning to go, but I kept putting it off. I was like, I'm just not gonna eat anything, type thing. I was over it. I was feeling a little sad, so I was just like, I kind of didn't want to eat, but I know I needed to eat, kind of thing. And so I'm walking past. I was like, and I saw a car driving around the back way, and I was like, oh, is the food pantry open today? So I stopped by the church. I'm all sweating. I've been sprinting and walking. I'm all sweaty. I'm sitting there like on my phone trying to put my brightness up. My phone was in my pocket. I'm like, ugh, is the food pantry open? Oh, it is open. So I was like, yeah, let me go walk. And so I walked back there. Well, before I walked back there, actually, I called to make sure, because once you go there a year before, if they have you on file, so they still have you on file and things like that. And so I get there. There's the ladies packed the food in the cart for me. I filled out the paperwork. I'm leaving, and I was like, you know what? I'll take an Uber. I was like, I'll risk it, because I was trying to save the money, but I was like, well, I can't walk with this because it was a lot for somebody to walk with. So I got an Uber, $7.17, right? $7 for Uber. I was like, okay, that's not a lot of money. I can spare $7, so I don't have to walk, right? The Uber driver then goes to the wrong church. I tell him where I am. I'm being super pleasant, super nice about it. I was like, oh, okay. I saw him turn. I was like, okay, he went to the wrong church. Let me call him. So I call him, and I'm telling him where I am, and he has like this attitude. And the person on the phone is like, oh, she's at the church across the street. And then next thing you know, he hangs up on me and he cancels the trip. I was sitting there like, are you serious? And then like immediately I was like, you know what, God, I lift it up to you. I lift that situation to you. I lift up that irritation to you. I said, I lift it up. Nope. I knew that was the enemy. And so I was sitting there with my groceries like, what am I going to do with this? So I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to take some of it back and carry what I can, right? Mind you, I had brought $10 out the house with me and anticipating that I was going to go to the grocery store and, get some fruits and vegetables, take care of myself. That's been a goal, mentally, trying to get healthy, mentally, spiritually, physically. And so I walk in there, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to give some of this back. I'll take what I can carry. There's a man sitting there, he's like, oh, I'll take you home. I was like, for some, personally, I have to stop being so trusting, because that man could have been anybody. But he was like, see, God worked it out. And I was like, oh, that was God, because he actually ended up getting gas money anyway. So, they took me home. We fellowship. There was a couple books there. And the reason why I'm just talking about this, like struggling and all that, I'm reading this, and the Lord used somebody to talk to me the other day. He was like, she said that he made our feet like hinds feet. And I didn't understand it. But I didn't ask God either. I was like, I kind of brushed it off. I didn't understand like anything. I was like, it makes her feel like hinds feet. What are you talking about? Like, I knew it was scripture, but I just didn't understand the scripture. Like, you know, so our daily bread, right? It's an old one. I picked it up. I picked it up not realizing, what exactly was in here. Because I picked it up because this pantry in particular had a couple books. I like books. This book, right? Sorry. This book, Happiness. Stumbling on Happiness. Like, think you know what makes you happy. Like, the advanced praise for stumbling on happiness. Wow. This absolutely fantastic book will shatter your most deeply held convictions about how the mind works. You gotta. He's been providing me with so many books to read. But I gotta actually read them if I want to improve. But yeah, it says strength for your journey. And I've been really struggling. I know somebody else is watching this is struggling too to hold on and not quit. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. If you look, you can get your crown of life, girl. What? Get that crown of life. But seriously, I'm going to read it though. It says, Hinds feet on high places. A classic allegory of the Christian life is based on Habakkuk 3:19. The story follows the character much afraid as she goes on a journey with the shepherd. But much afraid is scared, so she asks the shepherd to carry her. The shepherd kindly replies, I could carry you all the way up to the high places myself, but instead of leaving you to climb there, but if I did, you would never be able to develop hinds feet and become my companion and go where I go. And immediately my eyes started to water because you know how you just go through it. You desperately want the Lord to just carry you and take you out of it. But instead, He lets you go through it so you can follow Him and cling to Him. And sorry, it just hit that revelation that really hit me. It says, much afraid echoes the questions of the Old Testament prophet Habakkuk. I'm perhaps saying that right. And if I'm honest, my questions too. Why must I experience suffering? Why is my journey so difficult? Habakkuk lived in Judah in the late 7th century BC, before the Israelites were taken into exile. The prophet found himself in a society that overlooked social injustice and was immobilized by the fear of imminent invasion of the Babylonians. He asked the Lord to intervene and remove suffering. God replied that He would act justly, but in His timing. In faith, Habakkuk chose to trust the Lord, even if suffering did not end. The prophet believed that God would continue to be his strength. We too can take the comfort of the Lord as our strength to help us endure suffering, and will also use most challenging of life's journey to deepen our fellowship with Christ. God, sometimes my suffering seems too much to bear. Help me to trust you and to continue to walk with you on this journey. We can trust the Lord to be our strength in tough times, and that just ministered to me because I've really been wanting to quit, and I know if you're watching this, you've been wanting to quit too. Let Him be your strength. Just, it don't even matter. I've never in my life cared. I've been making videos singing. I don't even care how I sound. I don't. It's gonna minister to somebody type thing. Like, you are my strength. Yeah. Strength like no other. Yeah, see, just go ahead. The enemy's just mad. That's all it is. The enemy's mad. But I've been studying Job in the study Bible. Oh, I'm sore from running. Sorry. The study Bible that the Lord provided for me through somebody that I know. Something I had prayed for. I kept hearing Life Application Study Bible, and I was gonna buy it, but I was like, I don't have enough money, and so I ended up not buying it, putting it off. So I prayed for one, and bam, the Lord got me a Life Application Study Bible, and I was reading it, and Job's suffering. I know people talk about Job all the time, but it's really a story that you can relate to. Like, this man really went through it. Imagine Job went through, first he lost everything he had. Second, even his children. Secondly, physically his health declined. And third, the people who came to comfort him were going on him. They were going on Slim. Like, they was like, well, your kids deserve to die. Sir, sir. Oh yeah, they would have had to go. They would have had to get out of there. They would have been had to go. Job had some patience with them. He had some patience because imagine, dude, imagine losing everything that you have. Imagine losing everything that you have, including your children, only for the people to come to comfort you. They came, it looked like they were going to comfort him, right? Imagine them being like, well, I mean, if you want to disobey God, then you wouldn't be suffering. Oh well. Oh well, your kids deserve to die. Oh well. God, you're not obeying God. If you've only prayed to God and if you were only singing to God like you were supposed to, this wouldn't be happening. They had a misconception. I was reading the footnotes and it said suffering is not suffering is something that happens to everybody. Suffering is not a direct result of sin, nor is it nor are you exempt from it, because you are righteous. But your righteousness is as filthy rags to the Lord, I think I'm gonna start trying to tuck my ears. Oh no, my hair is growing so much. Sorry. I am so used to cutting my hair, so I don't know what to do with it. So I'm like covering it, like I'm like, eee. It's starting to poke out. I think I'm gonna lock it, but anyway, that's not important. Sorry, but just please hold on. I had a moment earlier where I broke down and I boo-hooed to the Lord. I did. I boo-hooed. I've been holding it in. I do this thing where I hold my emotions in because I don't like people to see my emotions. Like, it's to the point where people don't realize that I feel some kind of way, even though I think I'm expressing it, but I'm really not. I'll be sitting there like, on the inside, I'm like, are you serious, dude? Like, I'm kirking out on the inside, but on the outside, I'm like this. Like, just straight face. Like, it's crazy, but I don't know. It's I guess he's just teaching us how to not to wear our emotions on our sleeve. And if he babied, okay, so what he was saying to me saying to us, through what I just read to you was, if he babies us through our life, we'll never learn to walk. Instead, he's going to stand back. You know how when you're teaching your kid how to walk, he's going to stand back. This just came to me. I know it's the Lord. You're going to stand back. And he's going to say, come here. And you're going to stumble and walk to him. You're going to cry. But you're going to walk to him. That's what he wants. You're his kid. He's showing you how to walk. He's showing you how to live. He's showing you how to worship him